back at the good man of Janet Trolley Dyke Mana, whatever. And she's cold as ice, baby. Cold as ice, not a good thing. I'm going to do them a favor and get this P-trap out of the crap for them, even though they, when I say you need to do that, they never mention actually doing that repair. I'll just cut it off and raise it up and wash it out here on the spigot. Easy enough for me. I'll just throw it in pro bono. We gotta change the capacitor and change that PTC hard start, which is about as hot as the sun down there. It still wasn't opening up like it's supposed to. Get that thing out of here so we can put a proper 521 hard start on it. I think it's about as hot as fire. Good grief. She's gonna blow. Get that bad boy out of there. Do a little bit of surgery. And PTC hard starts, the hotter your environment, the worse they are. If it's relatively cool, then they're better, but still, 521s are a lot better. Removing the guts off of this capacitor here. But we need to remove the whole capacitor anyway. Let's see if we can fit it in there. Well, that worked too good. Another job for the nut driver instead. Got our capacitor here. It's about as hot as fire too. She's gonna blow. 35.5. I'm gonna put a new one in. Probably have to mount some of the other stuff. Try to figure out where we can mount it. Maybe I can mount the relay inside there and put the hard start on the outside or something. These ones with this little case like this, I'm not quite sure who makes those. Meets a U.S. standard. That's good. But they're made in China. Made in the PRC, People's Republic of China. Turn the fan down a little bit this time. Alright, so it's about the same size. Put it in there. We got our different leads there. We got our compressors yellow. Our fan is brown, pretty typical stuff. Good Mana Troll. Two reds. She's gone. Motor run capacitor, non-PCB. Sure she's made in China too. Alright. And when I do capacitors, I want to make sure that leave it kind of loose on the terminals. Push them back down. So they don't burn off or something due to them being loose. A little pinch there will do the trick. I'm also excited when I get home today, which will be here shortly, hopefully. I have to take the back way so I'm not stuck in traffic again, so I'll take the scenic route down Highway 87 and 11. I'm excited though, I don't have to go anywhere. Soccer practice was canceled. I'll probably push that one close a little bit too much. Soccer practice was canceled, so I'll have to go there. This one I might have pinched a little bit too much. Put a new connector on it. Oh, let's see. Oh, shit. Yeah. Let's put a new one on there. If I can find where I put the cutters. bought some of these Staycons, these females, from the internet, and they turned out to be shit. So I got some from Johnstone, which are much better. I'll put in there just like so. I will still have to put Staycons from the hard start. Make sure I leave those exposed. Interrupted by a spam call. It's okay, spam people call me all the time. Our capacitor's in place now. Get our hard start. There's our new run capacitor in place. Tight, kind of an awkward strapping arrangement, but it works. So let me see where I can fit that relay, maybe up in here. Then I can put the capacitor on the outside, perhaps. We'll see how that works. I have the relay sitting right up in here, right below the defrost board. I might take that one Staycon out here, that's a flag terminal, and put in one of the straights that's insulated, just to protect it from this wiring a little bit. Let me see if I can get this thing in here to make this connection. It's a little iffy. My extension here. Old DeWalt. So I can get in there. Looks like, alright, we're in there. So what I'm going to do is I have my leads here. I'm going to put this capacitor down here, strap it in against the other capacitor at the base, and we should have enough room. Looks like we have enough room in the door to do that. Take off this one Staycon right here. Switch it with the straight. It's insulated. You want the blue straight, that's for a little bit smaller wire, because those yellows can go up for number 10. So 12 and 14, I have the blues. I got the blues. Man. Y'all knew I was going to do that, didn't you? Alright. Here, our little insulated terminal instead. Pull the meso crap out of the way. All the way back, and now our wires are protected a little bit, so I gotta get a piece of strap, screw that in right there. I might be able to take that original clamp off and go around both of them. That's probably what I'll do. Let's do that. Out of here. Start capacitor's a little lower. There we are. So we can come back around. Screw it in between the two capacitors. Do a little bit of marksmanship. And then make sure I didn't hit anything. I don't think I did. Here we are. Perfection. Now they ain't going nowhere. Fit that mess of crap in there, that's pretty good. Alright. So now we have our yellow wire goes to hermetic. Our red wire goes to the common on the capacitor, or the run terminals, or the compressor. black, we'll go to our common on the contactor. I think I see something that's a little burnt right there. Our compressor wires are a little burnt. I had to fix those. Yeah. It's our common. So we can take that to the bottom because it's straight through. Let's take those compressor wires out and take a look at them. They look kind of rough. Probably because of that really bad superheat we keep getting. We get some bad superheat from this unit. She's flooding back. Oh yeah, she don't look too good. Put a new connector on there. She's kind of toasty. Looking too good. She's not a happy camper. Ain't got a whole lot of extra wire either. You can see these. They don't look too good right there, all bubbled up too at the end where they've been too hot. You can see it. Not good. Go back to where we get some better wire. The problem is, it's gonna be a bitch to put them on there. Machine apart here in a second. No one now. We'll see how that works first before I go into the other one. It has flag terminals, but they're for 14. They might fit this wire here. Let's see. Flag terminal. Yeah, they fit in there. Flag terminal's kind of tough to crimp. You got to go at kind of an angle to crimp them. With this, sometimes I do with these too. So we got them. Give them a good tug. Contactor doesn't look too hot either, but I mean, you gotta draw the line somewhere. We could replace all this stuff with a brand new unit. Idea was vetoed by the committee. get this jacket away without taking away too much of the wire. The budget go up on this job. The budget's through the roof. Goodman's got this real good knack of putting shit away. They've been doing it for years. They're the best in the game. Putting shit in your way. Let's move this one over. Well, she jammed in there like a bitch too. We got him. She's not looking too good. She's not looking too good. Pretty as a package right there, buddy. She's a beauty. I'll hook up the gauges to see if the beauty will run still. There's a Schrader cap too. That looks really yummy. Oh my gosh. Disgusting. Looks like it's taking a shit. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's disgusting. A little bit of water is draining out now that I've sucked another one of them fucking alien turds out of the drain. Man, that's disgusting. That looks like dog shit. Well, I guess I don't want to be a plumber when I grow up. So, I'm going to put that back on there, let it drain out properly from now on. And it didn't back up any where it hadn't been. So that's a good thing. But I guess enough drain water got through when it was shut down while it was being sold and all that it wasn't a problem. Lucky for them. We got some of the snake crap out of the drain. We recovered a little bit of refrigerant down to around, you know, about 8 ounces or so. And we have a little bit of superheat now, which is what we wanted. We just didn't want that thing to be totally slugging the compressor all the time. One of the reasons why the wires might be burned off. We're having a difficult time starting and all that good stuff. So, a lot better than before. Still relatively close to target as far as head pressure. See, I don't have the other ones on because I just run it anyway. And I know the target superheat is going to be a little bit higher, but we just want a little bit of superheat out of this system. It's not a perfect world. See, our suction line temperature is up in the 50s at least now instead of being down in the low 40s. So that's a good thing. Our drain, I'm going to wait for it to drain a little bit over there. I got the snake shit out of it, and we should be good to go for today. And off to home and relaxation. Oh yeah. And back to work tomorrow on Saturday. Oh, guys, I'm heading home now. I've decided I'm not going to take the traffic route of the causeway we were on earlier between Leland and Wilmington, North Carolina, which clogs up real bad every day. It actually clogged up a little early. I was surprised I got caught in it, but I got caught in it nonetheless. So what I'm going to do is go on Old Mount Misery Road over to Old Highway 11 and then cut back with Highway 87 and 11. Highway 87 run north toward Elizabethtown, and I'm not going to go up to Elizabethtown because that would be a long way home, probably an hour and a half or so. But I'm going to cut up Highway 87 over to 11, the backwoods over to Kelly, where I do some of my backwoods service calls. You know, Kelly, Ivanhoe, Curry, all these places have no stoplights at all. But I do like going out there, you know, because I used to live in Curry years back. In fact, when I first started on YouTube, I was still in Curry. But I like going the back way sometimes. The kind of places where if you break down, you just die. You don't make it home. You die. You have to live off the land for the rest of your life. But like I said, I have 2 more service calls tomorrow. Hopefully I'm done for the week until Monday, and I'll get started again. Probably doing a service called Ari Michael Company, and I've been putting that one off. They just have a drain that needs to be cleared out. It's a real suck-ass drain because it goes underneath the slab, and it's a pain in the butt. It clogs up a lot. The upstairs is clogged up too, and they want me to check the upstairs while I'm there. So. And I have to change out another bath fan. I changed out one at this lady's house about a week and a half ago, and I have one more to change out. I've just been putting that off too because I had other pressing things to do, and she understands that. And she was changing them out not because they didn't work, but because they were dirty and had mold in them. She didn't like it. One of them had mold in them. The one I have left to do just is dirty. So, and she likes what she likes. She doesn't like dirt. Instead of cleaning it out, she just wants a new one. So she already bought it at Lowe's. So I'm gonna put that bad boy up because I do her PM for HVAC. I installed her new package unit a couple years back, and I installed a Train air handler for her a couple years back too. It's about the same time. So do what the customer wants. It's not that bad of a job. Pretty easy to get to. Well, that's about it for today, guys. 1, 2, 3. The day is done. The battle is over, and I bid farewell to another setting sun. Heading back from another long day to give to the small ones all that remains. And the lights go down and the streets come alive with the laughter and love, the fuel for my life. Well, up it's Saturday morning, heading out again for calls. Got 2 today, and then I'm helping my wife set up for one of her, she sells clothes, set up for one of those little sales, and then heading home, hopefully to relax for a while. So let's see how it goes. We are at the Comfort Maker. A little spacer here because this one was sagging down like that. We're going to bring it back up so it's not sagging down, catching water. It's a little bit better. Now back at my ICP unit here, running just fine now. Well, we'll see in a second. I'll go to it. So there's the drains down there. You can see where some of the debris kind of got flung out of it when I blew it out. And look at the copper. I don't know if you can see that from over there, but it's kind of bent off there in the wall. So we'll see how it's running. We have 320 on the head with 100 degree. Got 80 degrees coming back, means we have 20 degrees of subcooling. Obviously that's too much. We require 8. We have 125 at 43, and then we have 59. So we have 16 degrees or so of superheat because we got a TXV in there. So maybe a little bit overcharged. A little bit. I don't know what the temperature outside is. Maybe we'll check that and compare it with our head reading here and see what we got. We have 80 degrees outside. It gives us a delta of 20. Our delta of 20 falls in line with 13 SEER, which is what we are here. N4, 410A, air conditioner, 3, 13 SEER, 18, 10.5. GKA, I think, is the grill style. But, so, it falls in line, although I kind of agree with what Joe Shearer has said in the past. If they're going to be one way or the other, compared to that 20 degree temperature, 15, depending on what we're talking about, it tends to be lower than stated. Like, I've seen 13 SEERs run lower. 20 degrees is a good mark, but sometimes they run a little bit lower as far as delta on your head pressure to outdoor temperature ratio. So this one's probably a little bit overcharged. Not too bad off. Subcooling's a little high. It needs to have some refrigerant taken out of it. But I actually don't think my jug has any room to take any out of it today anyway. But I'll let him know. Oh my gosh, we are here at the old ass carrier unit from 1990 again. It froze up, and it froze up because they kept it on 63 probably. So I'm going to check the charge here and see how cold she's running, but it's 63 inside, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be running below freezing. We got a 35 degree line temperature, 33 degrees at 59, so we're right on the edge of freezing up. And head's fine, 259, it's an old system. That's okay, so we need to get I'm gonna put a little circuit board protector and a freeze stat on it. So that freeze stat will be hooked up to the flow switch setting, so it'll let it go for 30 seconds on startup, so in the wintertime we don't get it locked out. There's my circuit board there, the ICM 222. There's the freeze stat I have kind of sealed up there, because that's a 5/8 line that's supposed to be a 3/4 7/8 freeze stat, so I have it kind of sandwiched in there, and I got it taped in there too, just as a double precaution. Across the top you can see low pressure 1 and 2. We have it jumped out because I don't have a low pressure switch. We have The flow switch is going to be our free stat because it gives 30 seconds on startup before it starts monitoring that switch, which will be good because in the wintertime it'll be cold out here before the heat pump starts up. We have high pressure 1 and 2, which is our loss of charge switch down here. And we have a R and C coming in the bottom and the compressor contactor there as well. So I'm going to start things up and make sure it's working. We'll see if it trips out on the free switch at 35 degrees. So our suction line inside is now, I got to go get that out of there too. It is 58, which is a lot better. It was 35 before. So I let it get up in the house a little bit hotter, 69 in there now, which is cool, but depends on who you are. So I told her to leave it no lower than 67 because I feel like it would freeze up below that number. So I'm gonna take the door back off a little bit, get my clamp out of there, pack up my stuff, and hopefully I'm done for this week as far as work.